everybody. You know what? We got a first time at the Penflow tonight. You know, yeah. So
first time going up first.
No, we have it's not this occasion. It's first time that we have a mother and son duo tonight.
Oh.
Yeah. So yeah. So first up, everybody, put your hands together for Felicia Levi.
Man, Darren, you closer, man. You on mic duty tonight, bro. Y'all gonna keep doing this every damn week. Y'all gonna have to learn how to raise y'all own mics.
Let's go, Felicia.
What?
Yeah, we all started from the bottom, man. It's alright. I think that's how we all get bougie when we make it.
Yeah, start us off right.
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm gonna read a little bit of my poem from last week because you know this is a continuation. Okay. I know it will be better. I know my faith outgrew the costume and I shouldn't sew it back together. I know my village is clutch and I know I've got to stop worrying so much. I know everything will be fine. Y'all, I be having conversations with the divine. He turns my fears and my tears into wine. He reminds me my enemies are in glass houses all the time. And then gives me back my tears and tells me to sip slow. And to stand still and only to move when I know and when I hear. And as I sip my tears, I reprocess my fears. And they taste like victory. Yahweh literally sent a champ to die for me. Every single day, I miss my mom. And every single day, I get to be one. Ain't God good? Making sure we get our victories and the trophies our parents didn't think they could. Ain't God good? Fighting battles on our behalf. Ain't God good? Gave me 3 kids because he knows I love to laugh. Ain't God good? To give me kids perfectly designed for me. Their strengths aligned with my weaknesses. My strengths bonding perfectly to the places they may feel helplessness. Emotional children, but I'm emotionally intelligent. And they were gifted to me to remind me to stay present. Because my mind is like a spaceship that be going. And if the people who want to move to Mars could travel my mind, they'd be staying. They get in the spaceship, and instead of leaving Earth, they'd preserve it. You know they say woman is like the moon. Is that why they brag about walking all over it? Going there and coming back soon? Before the moon?
Wow. Okay. See.
Because my mind is like a spaceship that be going. And if the people who want to move to Mars could travel my mind, they'd be staying. They'd get in the spaceship, and instead of leaving Earth, they'd preserve it. You know, they say woman is like the moon. Is that why they brag about walking all over it? Going there and coming back soon? Before the moon? You know, they say Jesus is coming soon. Is that why we get paid by the hour and not by the experience? What if his second coming happens when who we're meant to be is who we're becoming? What if we are the second coming? What if we're our parents in the multiverse? What if it's not a generational curse? What if it's a generational opportunity for another chance? Same struggle, different set of eyes to take a second glance.
Yes.
Yeah.
Ooh, I'm sorry.
Yeah, she over here killing that shit.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you so much, y'all. Thank you. Thank you so much. You know they say Jesus is coming soon. Is that why we get paid by the hour, not by experience? And what if his second coming happens when who we're meant to be is who we're becoming? What if we are the second coming? What if we're our parents in the multiverse? What if it's not a generational curse? What if it's a generational opportunity for another chance? Same struggle, different set of eyes to take a second glance. We're supposed to walk by faith, not by sight. Let's not forget. So maybe it's not a struggle. Maybe it's a trophy that haven't been polished yet. Maybe an enemy is a disciple that needs to learn. I've been taught many times, maybe it's my turn to teach. Maybe the stretch of being patient is how my goals are reached. Maybe they are allies, and instead of arguing, I should be recruiting them to join my revolution. Yes.
Yeah. Question.
How did that feel? Is this your first time seeing it in front of your, like, performing in front of your son?
This is my first time performing in front of him. He's heard me. Like, I've performed on, like, Instagram Live, but never, like, in person in front of him.
How does it feel? How did it feel?
It's like no other feeling. I can't even describe it.
Yeah. That's hard. Man, you said so many things in there. I'm like, oh.
Yeah. This is a continuation of last week, right?
Yeah. So my mind just be going. It be going. I just be thinking. That's what I do for fun. I think. I'm kind of weird like that. I like to just think.
Weird is good.
Yeah, so like the free write, I was kind of nervous because I was like, man, like the topic be keeping me on track. But like free write, I'm like, dang, my mind's gonna go everywhere. But I'm glad I was able to like bring it back. Yeah.
Any other questions for her? Anything else you want to say about your piece?
No. Not for. Oh, thank you.
All right, so give her a round of applause.
Yeah. All right, everybody, put your hands together for MVP. Yeah. Salute.
So I'm gonna say this first. I'm only 15. Yeah. Like, I don't really write poetry for. I just play basketball.
But you definitely speak up. They want to hear what you got to say. We're glad to have you here. You know.
Welcome.
Yes.
I see you about to hit you with a couple blue lights tonight. Alright, don't worry about it.
I'm from Chicago, a place where having the new mics was a flex, where people use illegal ways to get illegal checks, where I would go to 35th to get some heroes with mild sauce on the chicken and fries, where hoopers get a pass, where the BDs and GDs say, gang, he good, he making it out. From Chicago, where my whole family think I'm a meal ticket, but sorry to say, I'm taking care of people who took care of me. Where people come to get fresh while everybody say, he flee. Now it's time to get deep. I'm from Chicago, where people get caught at the gas station lacking, they say. First shot in his chest, second shot in his eye. His last words was, Mommy, I want to grow up. I'm not ready to die. Where Kentrell McNeil was killed out the way, 15-year-old, nothing on his mind but hooping. Where a lot of people... Hold on.
Blue light. Blue light.
He got the remote.
Oh, you ain't got yours?
No,
Oh, you need this?
Oh, let him know, baby. I want to get this on camera. Thank you. Turn the blue light on. Thank you.
Turn the blue light on. It was
She's like, that's my baby. Turn it on.
You know you don't get cheated on none of your blues now.
She's like, excuse me.
Alright. Where a lot of people, what do they say? Merch on their dead people. Here a lot of on my homie. Where a 14-year-old I grew up with died around the corner. 14-year-old without guidance, what else he supposed to do? Where young black boys have to grow up with alcoholic moms and abusive dad. And not to mention how they didn't ask to be here so they can have a say-so on who their family is. Where young black kings, I forgot to mention, post guns for respect or hold one. Where by a food truck, a 4'11" sophomore held a gun, half his size, in his coat. Where women throw their daughters at boys just because of a meal ticket. where a boy 5'5", 10 years old.
Come on now. We already on the
Be like,
Talk your
Boy,
son.
you your mama's child. You your mama's child.
yes.
You your mama's child.
Y'all gotta call them out.
Alright.
This is the first time.
You your mama's
We
kid.
cannot spare her.
Where young black kings, I forgot to mention, post guns for respect or hold one. Whereby a food truck, a 4'11" sophomore held a gun half his size in his coat. Where women throw their daughters at boys just because of a meal ticket. Where a 5'5", 10-year-old with autism gets criticized on how he is black and can't pay attention. But he is the smartest at math. Where police look at me and see a 6'2" black man with a hand in his pocket, he is probably armed. Where just because I wear $200 jeans means I scam. The clout and set you up. I'm from Chicago.
Not so fast.
That's refreshing.
Right. Any questions for him? Any questions?
Right here.
Okay, I'm gonna pose the same thing I said to your mom. How does
You
it?
got your next, brother.
It's your first time performing in front of your
It's
mom?
my first time performing ever.
Ever?
Like I don't write poems at all really.
Really? So what inspired you to write something?
Really inspired me was like all the people my age, like I don't move the same as a lot of people, 15-year-olds around my age.
Clearly.
So like that just inspired me, and my mom inspired me too.
Go ahead.
Over here.
Reaction.
So in your first few stanzas, you apologize. I want you to know that what you apologize for is the worst thing you can apologize for, because what you're doing is stand up. As you read that stanza, you don't have to apologize. You don't have to put the I'm sorry. And standing up for yours is a part of a stand up motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? So they say. That's how you blend in as well as you blend in. You know what I'm saying? Thank God people are speaking good things for you. But asking that blessing. You know what I'm saying? And be unapologetic.
Alright, thank you.
That's what's up.
Any other questions? Anybody? Alright,
Alright,
anything else you want to say, man?
I did have a quick question. Did you have help with that? That was just you? Okay. Wow. Oh my God.
Who do you listen
You
to
should be
music?
so proud,
Top
girl.
three. Who's your musical influence? Top three.
I say number 1 NBA YoungBoy. Number two G Herbo.
Oh.
And number 3 probably Lil Baby.
You are better than all of them. I just want to be clear. Like, if you was to continue to do what you're doing, they're trash. I just want you to know.
Alright, y'all.
How does it feel performing in front of your mom? How does it feel performing in front of your mom?
Listen.
It felt kind of normal because like it felt like basically I was a little nervous, but like I just had to think like, okay, what would I do if I'm playing basketball in front of my mom? So, it really was easy.
Yeah.
Period.
Alright, so you round of applause, y'all.
Alright, everybody, put your hands together for Sultry Sonay.
When the Sonay is Sultry.
Come on, teacher.
Thank you. My piece is called Life Be Lifin'.
Oh, like, dang, I got a refill before you start? You need light? Man, I'm trying to tell y'all, man, I'm not gonna do this one day. Okay. Do your thing. You ready?
Yeah. Yes.
Put the voice on.
Yes.
Yes. Let's go, let's go.
Yes.
Yes.
Yes. Life be lifin'. Okay. Life be lifing. And that's not always a bad thing. Only when life not lifing the way I want it to. The older I get, the more I recognize my own humanity. I don't always think rationally, want to be the bigger person, think positive, or want to get over shit the way others think I should. I acknowledge my own idiosyncrasies, aka mode of behavior or way of thinking.
Come on now, just break it down, right?
And I'm learning to not apologize for them, but to lean into them as they make me unique, like my fingerprint. Life be lifing. Like when my hot flash reduces me to a puddle of water while I'm trying to be cute.
Come on, man. I'm about to say the same thing. I'm about to say the same thing.
Right, you put me in the village first. I
feel that.
Life be lifing. Life be lifing. Like when my hot flashes reduce me to a puddle of water while I'm trying to be cute and act like I don't look like a wet glazed donut. Life be lifing. Life was truly lifing today as I was able to interview a renowned American chef who has 7 James Beard Awards.
Hey.
And not lose my shit, but still view him as a mere mortal that eats, breathes, and takes a dump just like me. Yup, life be lifing. To be continued.
Any questions?
You said menopause?
She didn't say
She said
I didn't say menopause.
She said hot flash.
You can infer what you want, black man.
How you feeling right now, though?
I feel great
That's what's up.
because life be lifing. And I just lean to it as it comes. Instead of fighting the tide. You ride with the ride. Life be lifing. Any other questions?
Any other questions? All right, y'all, give her a round of applause.
Alright, everybody. Put your hands together for greens. Give it up for greens. Oh, no, it's cool. It's gonna catch it up to the room. It's gonna catch it up. We're gonna block his face. Speaking into this mic, though, sir.
Yes. How y'all doing? All right. They call me Grains because I like to smoke with every piece. The unemotional Gemini. If I had my way, you would be greater than the greatest thing that you can imagine. Then I I'd upgrade you to the vision that I have of you. The greatest fumble recovery that I can imagine. My soul rises from the thought of you. It's possible that I've misused you as I assume your capabilities. I guess I owe you an apology for that. I mean, am I wrong for thinking you're a superhuman with superhero capabilities? A throne is what it was when and whenever you sat. I'm intrigued to see your fuck face. Can't control my vocabulary. My soul rises even as we speak.
Do we want blue light?
I'm watching rocking though. You ain't on one of y'all to yell it out. Yeah. You got it, brother.
Intrigued by the fuck face. That's where you left off. That's not right.
That's why I left off. I'm intrigued to see your fuck face.
Yes, indeed.
Can't control my vulgarity. My soul rises even as we speak. Something more permanent is what I seek. I'm still unemotional. My eyes just sprung a leak. I want to live in your skin. I want you to know when I fuck up and forgive me, because I'm going to see your mistakes as a room to grow. We do what makes us smile. No face, no case. Our profile, 708-9728. What's that? The first 6 numbers of the only number you ever need to dial.
Okay.
Protect and secure the queen has always been my style. I want you to live in my skin. I want you to know whenever you fuck up, I forgive you. Because you see my mistakes as room as growth. In your skin, I will uplive you. I take an oath. I want to be able to describe how and why your blood rushes because of me. Why I lose my choice of words when you say you love me. Like I really want to know what makes your heart beat the rhythm that it chose. With all due respect, I understand you have cons, but baby, we're gonna focus on the pros. In short, I want to crack the code of creation to see what lies within. I want to show you what true love is. Let me in. I want to live in your skin.
He said that for all the guys in here when they girls. I helped him with that piece.
Appreciate you to the house.
I walk up to him, I said, hey bro, say this, add that to that, flip that word around right there. Yeah. And then so you take it.
Why did you say you were unemotional? Because the whole time you were saying that poem, I was so emotional. But I couldn't even call out blue light.
Well, it's kind of an enigma when I say the unemotional Gemini. He got 2 faces. But the one that's speaking to you is the one that's unemotional. But the one that comes out when he starts speaking is the one that's emotional. And he's still gonna say he's the unemotional Gemini.
Period. And that's what it is.
Call me the brother to the night, goddamn.
Right.
Any other questions for him?
We might be on the same page, sis. I feel like we might be asking the same thing.
Is that poem about one person or one experience or several?
It's actually about my last 3 experiences.
Okay. All of them.
But it's focused on one person.
You finna get all them back?
No, it's actually focused on one person.
Oh,
You touched him in the back. You hear him make his noise in the back? Oh wow! Where's the towel? Oh. All right, last question in the back. What you got, bro?
So, the emotional Gemini, which is you, what's the sign of the other one?
The sign of the emotional Gemini, man, he really comes out when I perform. No, what you asking?
I see the emotional Gemini.
Okay.
In your piece, what's the counterpart to the emotional Gemini? What's the sign of the other person you're talking about?
The sign of the one who he keeps it together.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? He keeps it together. The unemotional Gemini keeps it together because.
No. The people that cause you to feel this way.
Right.
Oh.
So I feel like guys, it's not that complicated. You know, I think based on what he's saying, he talked a lot about devotion, about being a knight for a woman, about choosing a woman and being, you know, hey. You know, he talked about a lot of games.
No.
It's really and true. So
What's your girlfriend's birthday?
Exactly.
What's your Aries, a Leo?
An Aquarius, man. An Aquarius.
They all of them?
No.
No.
The aim of the piece is basically don't want all of the sisters to give up and think that we can't love them, because that's what it's about. You know what I'm saying? That's why I said it wasn't just about one person, but it's focused on one person.
Right.
But y'all shouldn't feel like we're unable to love y'all, because we are able. We're very able. You know, and there's a lot of us that would like to. You know, and we run into a lot of issues because of the walls that are built up, and the things that we have to encounter while we're trying to build a bond with you. The things that happen in your past comes out, and we're paying the price for somebody that we don't even know.
Like that music song.
Ditto.
Alright, y'all. I appreciate you, man. We gotta move along. Look, man, you about to say some real shit. I know you was, man. Alright, y'all. Give them a round of applause,
Yeah. Alright, everybody, put your hands together for Dion.
Okay.
You didn't even have to adjust it.
I know, man. That's how I need to go. I'm trying to tell y'all we going all
High scale now.
Y'all funny. How y'all doing?
How are you?
I'm fantastic. I had some wine and some weed and tequilas. You know what I'm saying?
Come on.
Yeah, it's a party up here right now.
WTW.
Yeah. Alright, so this poem is called Saturday Morning. Saturday morning.
Wait, can y'all control y'all hallway before we start?
Tell them to be quiet now. Go ahead.
Picture it. It's Saturday with Pokemon on the TV. I'm patiently waiting for my mama to feed me. In the living room, the sunlight is beaming. Legs crossed, crisscross, smiling so freely. Not concerned with when my nerves will break, or just how many licks to the core that I can take. Wondering how many more smiles that I can fake before I became haunted by mistakes that I still make. I want my Saturday mornings back.
Blue light.
It's looking tonight, y'all. What you doing, man?
Huh?
I'm talking about co-host over here, man. You don't want to be on Luke. Listen, yo, hold on, y'all. I'm gonna be on mic duty.
You gotta be on light duty.
First of all, y'all so nice when I ain't been able to go refill my drink, but go ahead.
Okay. Not concerned with when my nerves will break, or just how many licks to the core that I can take. Wondering how many more smiles that I can fake before I became haunted by mistakes that I still make. I want my Saturday mornings back. Before the trauma and the pain became so relevant, when I still felt that God was benevolent.
That was deep though. That's a deep. That's a deep shit though. I ain't gonna lie to you. Yeah, go ahead.
Come on, Dion.
I want my Saturday mornings back. Before the trauma and the pain became so relevant, when I still felt that God was benevolent, when my inner voices didn't have me gasping for air, when I wasn't always dreading my mom's gray hairs. Drag me back to the box and DBZ on the TV, when Cinnamon Toast Crunch was lunch and life was on easy. When I spent way less time searching their eyes from my back, when I wasn't wiping cum stains from the back of a Cadillac. I just want my Saturday mornings back. Tired of life giving me something else to cry for. Tired of it letting the good AC come out the door. Tired of it not taking its shoes off before it walks my floor. Tired of it saying it's no longer hungry and yet it eats some more.
Yes! I'm sorry.
I'm talking watching Angry Beavers reruns of Cousin Skeeter, stepping to the rhythm of It's All That, drinking orange soda, playing with my SWAT cats. Why can't I please just have my Saturday mornings back? Toonami anime, spamming uppercut with Jade, watching Rita Repulsa catch another fade. Let me die and relive all those days before I knew what it was like when the pain just stays. Why can't I just have them back? Not asking for much, just to rewind in time. When I felt like my life was still mine. Before I took so many wrong steps on this journey, I just wish I could have back my Saturday morning.
Make that concept. That was nice. Go ahead.
I just want to be a song too.
I got a question for y'all. Can Dion just free write whenever he wants to? Because that was just. I feel like that should be a rule.
Yeah, like
He don't have
Dion writes when he wants.
That's how it goes.
He's an artist.
Right.
Do you ever feel like every now and then just like, fuck it, I'm gonna take my Saturday morning back this weekend?
Sometimes.
You have to though, right?
Yeah, sometimes. Sometimes I just sit there with a bowl of cereal and my video games and just like chill.
That'd be Saturday morning today.
Put it on D&D. Don't talk to me.
Yeah, man. So what made you think about Saturday on a Wednesday though?
So my process was all over the place. Okay, cause it was free write. I'm like, dang, what am I gonna write about? And it's like the poem evolved like 3 different times. Like at one point it was like, man, I want to talk about just things that I want. Then I asked myself, I'm like, well, how do you feel right now? Because it's like, you don't have a concept this week. It's like, what do you actually feel like in this moment? And I'm like, damn, I'm kind of stressed out. Then I started going back to thinking like, what were the things that made you happy when it got rid of the stress? What takes away your stress? Then I evolved into like, what was like before stress? And so that's where it kind of evolved and went and rolled into.
Yeah, that was dope.
That was great.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Alright, everybody, put your hands together for Sunset. Give it up for Sunset.
Okay, period. You all saying. Hey, somebody, Lord, is y'all tall as hell? I did not know I was this short. Wow. Okay, so somebody, Lord, is thank you.
See this, man.
Okay, that's so crazy. You all saying.
Yeah. She got a whole stage.
Oh, let's do this.
Yay. Oh, we got no snow in the wintertime. Your name's Sunset.
Okay, so what's so crazy is standing right here, I literally just finished it. So I thought I was, first of all, because it's still not even right where it's supposed to be, but it's okay, because I feel like I'm in like cabaret or some shit. So you keep it like that. Okay, so it's so crazy. Like, let me say what I'm gonna say, y'all.
You want to talk about hoes? She had a whole form when she was on that mic.
Okay, look, y'all. It was so crazy because when you performed and then Yo, Mimi performed. I was like, oh my God, it's so crazy because when you came in, I was like, you better go crazy. I'm like, oh, I'm gonna make y'all cry, blah, blah, blah. But I ain't really mean to do that. And then y'all got up here, so it's just crazy. You know, how all of this is just coming together tonight. And when we first came in, I told them I wanted a stage name. And I pitched Sunset, and they went crazy over it. Like, they went crazy. And I'm like, I'm just really stuck on Sunset. I'm just...
I love it.
Yeah, that's it.
It's very special.
Thank you. Yeah. Okay, so I just kind of went off the topic of conversation and the theme and just started free writing. And I was scared too because I thought my mind did go everywhere. I feel like I wrote like 8 poems and had to condense them. I didn't even know what I was talking about. I'm like, wait a minute, I don't even understand. What? Like I'm just talking. Okay, so this is the right one here. I picked this is the right one. Okay, I titled this poem "Come As You Are." What's the theme? What's the color scheme? Cause ain't shit free over here. You know niggas where I'm from do what they say and say what they mean. So your ass is grass. It ain't even in the line of fire no more, it's just ash. A lot of motherfuckers act like they don't understand until you go upside their head. And now a nigga dead.
Save my blue light. I love it.
Dead and gone and knee deep in the dirt. Too late to ask his father for forgiveness, so now his mother's kneeling over his tombstone while he's sleeping in between the heavens and the earth. Immediate family waiting on the hearse. All because of a case of mistaken identity after a white woman yelled out, "That's my purse." Damn, this shit hurt. I think black people are brainwashed by what they think is freedom. We act like we don't know black children are being kidnapped for their organs and dumped in the river. We even laugh about Jeffrey Dahmer and become our own snakes in the grass that slither. We scream how unfair the justice system is and then snitch on each other. Picking off the litter. We are our own critters. We slip and we slide. We blame, then we cry. We despise our own lives. That's why they don't pay us our own respect. We didn't pass away. We just died. Man, they done took away Takeoff. And now he's waiting for Takeoff.
Oh my God.
The word may be so nasty.
I'm sorry. I love it. Can we?
I told myself before I got up here, like, y'all don't even know. I was sitting in that chair like, bitch, breathe, breathe, breathe. When you get up there, just breathe. I hope I've been breathing.
Yeah.
Good, you good.
I know y'all like, then she gonna keep crying all the rest of the year. No, I'm just like.
Be the sun, not the set. Show set next piece. All right, come
Okay.
on, now go ahead.
I know. He's like, I turn it on. Like, fire your ass. Like, look at this microphone and shit. I feel like Tina. Shit.
All right. I say a lot that. Come on now, go ahead. I know you got it. You got it. Go ahead.
Okay. Let's see. Thank you. I'm trying. I'm soaring. Come on. Okay. We scream how unfair the justice system is, and then we snitch on each other. Picking off the litter. We are our own critters. We slip and we slide. We blame, then we cry. We despise our own lives. That's why they don't pay us our respects. We didn't pass away, we just died. Man, they done took away takeoff. And now he's waiting for takeoff. How do I even tell my son? It seems like now the talk has turned from the birds and the bees to how to react when you're at both ends of the gun. Seems like there's nowhere to run. That someone who's always protecting you is now asking for you to help re-up on the funds. They say what's done is done. No war to be fought, so you can't say that you won. We won with the sun, but we blinded by the lies that started from what they try to tell us is from where we begun. So give this plea to the ones before us up above. I'd rather live knowing you died so I could bring back what they took. This is for us. That was it.
Felt great.
Thank you. It feels great getting that off my chest. I feel like in certain settings I really can't say that. And it's very suffocating and it's very stifling and it makes me angry. And I don't like being put in positions to where I feel like I just have to be angry in order to stay alive. Because that's also making me angry, especially when my children are involved. So it's hard knowing that day by day, as they grow, the less you can hold on to them and protect them the way that you're so used to being able to do. And it's scary. And you don't know how to communicate that to your child, so you're lashing out. You're having a war with yourself because you really want to say, I miss you already.
Ooh, girl.
Like, I miss you. Like, just yesterday you were learning how to walk. Now today you're asking me, can I teach you how to fucking drive my car? At that. Like, what the fuck?
For real.
It's like, damn.
Seriously.
Y'all,
All right, y'all. We gonna
he
take,
had a question.
We gonna take. Go ahead.
Yeah, did you write that here?
Yes. I literally finished the last, like I was sitting up here as y'all was talking and we was laughing. Okay. Because
Hey, y'all not the same thing.
hey, that's karma. Hey, that's karma though, because when Tyrone coughed and I said something, you know, it kind of came back on me. So maybe I need to move my seat. Maybe I need to sit right here.
All right,
Yeah,
y'all.
before I start crying, let me just sit down, y'all.
Yeah, all right, y'all. Give a round of applause.
All right, everybody, put your hands together for A-Way.
Let's go, bro.
Was gonna be lazy. It was free write, so I came a little late, so I'm gonna just do a song. It's called Hustle Blues. When a lot of people hear the subject of hustling, they think about the stuff that you gain, the money, you know what I'm saying, the cars, women, whatever. But they never talk about stuff that you lose. So I don't want to do it with my column. Anybody? So Hustle Blues, yeah. So basically it's just gonna describe a story of something I lost. But I swear, shorty, you knew all the rules. Had to love the money more than I love you. I was out there picking up the blues. How you left me with that hustle blues. Now you left me with that hustle blues. Wanted to be the one that you can call home. Instead, I left you on red hanging with that dial tone. I was trying to get up with that bag and left you all alone. Many times didn't even call home. But I swear, shorty, you knew all the rules. Had to love the money more than I love you. I was out there picking up the blues. How you left me with that hustle blues. Now you left me with that hustle blues. Slide through, beat it up, that was my I love you. Paid your rent up for a year. And I bought that car too.
It don't matter, y'all, I'm gonna catch it. Call me the bad catcher tonight.
Alright, that's it.
If we miss a blue light, I'll catch it for you.
Slide through, beat it up, that was my I love you. Paid your rent up for a year. And I bought that car too. Had to find that bag before I found you, now I lost you. Shit, it got me lost too. But I swear, shorty, you knew all the rules. Had to love the money more than I love you. I was out there picking up the blues. How you left me with that hustle blues. Now you left me with that hustle blues. Busy, but I fuck with you, you knew that. I'm chasing a new bag and you out chasing a new dad for a shorty, how you do that. You on the phone,
That's not a move like that's a drop mic.
That's a start over, but you just go keep it right now. Keep it, yeah. Go back.
Okay.
Busy, but I fuck with you, you knew that. I'm chasing a new bag and you out chasing a new dad for a shorty, how you do that. You on the phone out here, babe, I'm like, who that? I don't do that. Now we doing shit that we don't do back. Cause shorty, you knew all the rules. Had to love the money more than I love you. I was out there picking up the blues. How you left me with that hustle blues. Now you left me with that hustle blues.
Somebody give this man an application.
Yes, sir.
Make him sign up.
Alright, question.
I'm gonna take that came from experience.
Yeah,
So in
for
a
sure.
hypothetical world where that's from experience,
Mm-hmm.
what do you love more than the money? If it's not her.
My child.
That's it.
Yeah, I got a question.
She was time, she looked at her voice, it was like she was like, can I get across the field?
Hey, what kind of car was it? What kind of car was it?
Malibu.
Oh, period. Okay.
Hey bro, that's probably gonna be the last question right here. So go ahead.
Hypothetically speaking, if she acted like she knew the rules, what would have happened?
Good question.
Everything that I've gained probably would have been spent on her.
Yeah, man, good.
Hey, listen. That's
She done played her role.
story is how you play her role.
She done played her role.
That's awesome.
Yes, sir.
Alright, y'all give me a round of
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Thank you.
Yes, that was great.
Alright, everybody, put your hands together for Nisha. Everybody put your hands together for Nisha.
She ain't been here in a while, y'all. Y'all put you on the go.
Come on with the jacket.
Come on, big bro.
Thank you, girl.
I forgot she in the leaving club. I gotta go say some real shit.
Come on, yes.
I bet you I'm still the only Leo in here.
The only
Hey, right. Alright, you see me trying to look up
y'all? Step on a crack, break your mama's back. Bubble yum, piss and shit, empty bottles, random papers, the occasional loose change. Jimmy Choos to Skechers. These are the things you see when you walk around with your head down. You see your shadow more than your reflection.
Come on.
The first to arrive because you never miss a step. Careful not to sit still. Might have to be comfortable in your own skin.
Woo.
Stay in a crowd so you can fade in the background. Be thoughtful. Be the best. Give them what they want. Then they'll love you. Anticipate their needs. Then they'll depend on you. Say yes when you're tired. History loves a martyr. Being sorry is easy for you. You've been wrong since inception. Dehydrate, filling their cup. Put yourself down so they can be on a pedestal. If you never pretend to be somebody, you won't be disappointed when they treat you like a nobody.
Girl.
Because the sacrificial lamb was a God's gift. And that's
Yeah.
Oh, then you can blue light a couple lines.
it was short, you know.
And it's so
Hey, so it's almost we're not in winter yet. You know, you're fresh from Texas. So how you feel right now with the weather changing?
This has been a weird transition. I have basically told everybody up until this point I had anxiety about coming back. Because I'm not at home. I don't know y'all. Like, when you're not in your space, you know what I'm saying? You're in a city that you don't know anything about. Like, your anxiety is hyper, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's on you heavy. Because it's like, I'm not like y'all. Like, I'm different. You know, it's like I'm Southern. You know, I'm just trying to get used to shit. You know.
So then when you come here and write and you write, well, you come here and write and you perform what you just wrote, is it easier then for you to come speak in front of us because you don't necessarily know us than if you was back at home? Or is it something that you get the strength to be like, damn, I went back to Texas, I'll probably go back and probably start over?
They wouldn't even do this at home. So, like, the fact that I'm even here is an experience in itself to be able to write. I've wrote my whole life. It's just been at home in my closet, you know, type of thing. It's not where you get to actually go out and say what you want to say. And I feel good about it. It's definitely, I feel like people are a little more woke here, I would say, you know. But
Question that. So you said that, you know, you're not like us, right?
But I might be like y'all because I'm not like them.
But you're exactly like us because you just said that you couldn't.
I did. I'm happy you caught that. Because I ain't like them, but yeah.
But it's different when you're away from home.
Yeah.
Yeah.
'Cause I lived in Mississippi for a while, and it was decent, but it wasn't home though.
Where was you from though? Here?
I'm from here. Yeah,
I mean, that's a difference though. I think
It is a difference.
From being raised here and then go to Mississippi from somebody that's from Mississippi, then go.
And then you come back home. I think it is very different when you know that you're somewhere temporarily. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm here for school or I'm here for that. It's like I uprooted my life. I sold my house. You know what I'm saying? Like, I gave everything up to move here to a city that I had only been to once. You know, and I'm like, I don't know nobody. You know, it's just, it's different. Chicago was an easy choice. I wanted like black. I wanted black culture, black people doing black shit. Like, that was it. It was simple for me to find. It's not that many cities.
But progressive, right?
that are progressively black, where you get a metropolitan area like this, and you also have black people doing things. There's a lot of black-owned restaurants, black-owned businesses, things like that you don't see in the South that much. It is very rare. It's very rare, and y'all have ample opportunities, like, for black people to do black things. It's the culture is here.
Can I have a comment, but I don't have a question. I just wanted to tell you that I'm in the same situation as you, because y'all told you. But I've been here a year in Chicago, and I want to tell you that you'll be very great. You're going to be a very successful black woman. I felt the same way when I came here. I was nervous. I was shy. I had anxiety. Everybody talked different, walked different, style different. I was like, what the hell am I doing? Where
you from?
Ohio.
Yeah.
And when I've been here a year and a half, and I feel like it was the best change I could have ever did. I feel like this was the best thing I could have did to myself, is come to Chicago and just be an entrepreneur and be around people that have the same like mind and get out of my shell.
Yeah, I'm like, listen, white people are winning everywhere, obviously, but I'm like, here more, and you might not even feel like y'all got it. But if you compare this to being somewhere in a southern city, I got black doctors here. I got black therapists here. I have black businesses. I can go to a black grocery store. I can go buy black tea, shit, whatever the fuck I want. Y'all got a black owned business for it. And I'm like, yo, like, this is A1.
I got one simple question. How'd you hear about Penflow?
I was here on week 2. I moved here in May. My second week living here, I was at Penflow. And Instagram, I was actually looking for a masseuse, a black masseuse, because I only want to give black businesses my money. So I wanted a massage. I was looking for a massage. I found Jovan's page, and he had underneath, like, his bio, he had Penflow, and I was like, oh, let me click on this and see what it is. And it said poetry. I said,
right.
Oh my God! This is the thing. But thank y'all. I appreciate it.
Alright, everybody put your hands together for Wale.
Wale. Let's go, bro.
What does your sweater say?
I'm controlling the narrative. Share. I don't want to plug myself, but I'm here now. Okay, you can get it at Royal Views Worthy. It is my company. I believe people should just control the narrative, especially in a time like now, where, you know, okay, real briefly, if someone corrects you, God bless you, you know, I'm gonna use the snake in the garden analogy, if I go outside and I see a snake in there and I hurry back inside, is it love if I tell you that, hey, there's a snake outside? Or is it envy that I tell you that there's a snake outside? Because even if I tell you that there's a snake outside, you might say, hey, what you mean there's a snake outside? And you might go outside and get bit. But I told you there was a snake outside, Alright. Everywhere you look, they're trying to project a narrative on your life. Control the narrative. I'm controlling the narrative. I didn't write tonight.
What?
I've been going through.
He's just talking to us. This ain't the poem yet, right?
I've been going through. I've been going like when I saw Penflow's flyer, I thought it said self-care as a topic.
You must have all one man.
And
beat them algorithms. Go ahead.
All right. I'm done. All right. I'm gonna get to my poems, okay?
Yeah, these seats ain't the most comfortable. That's why I'm doing this little side sway over here.
He got more than one point.
Whole side right now, y'all.
Muscles rotten beneath aching flesh. Thoughts veered into tragic arrest. A butterfly has been shot. Hollowed wings struggling to extend. Dazed consciousness, absent minds. The crowd holds their breath. Astonished rewards with unnamed trophies. A sucker's validation swarm in embrace. Burnt in a cold, blazing heaven. Pictures lost in empty frames. Souls forgiven in camps of rain. Waiting for a boat that never came.
This is so
Well, I said he on blue.
Please, would you? Yeah, can you bring that up?
Man, he said a butterfly got shot. Damn.
Couple bars back, please. Rewind.
I'll try and get through it,
Take your time.
because I don't want to get,
Go ahead.
So, muscles rotten beneath aching flesh, thoughts veered in tragic arrest. A butterfly has been shot, hollowed wings struggling to extend. Dazed consciousness, absent mind. The crowd holds their breath. Astonished rewards with unnamed trophies. A sucker's validation swarm and embrace. Burnt cold in a blazing heaven. Pictures lost in empty frames. Souls forgiven in camps of rain. Waiting for a boat that never came. I remember being able to sew words together.
Ooh.
Firm and deeply rooted standards cut from moments past. Burnt in tragedy, stifling up my senses, lusting love in intimate moments while it passed. Suffocating in abundance of your intoxication. Dipped in ignorance of my silence of words. Seeking answers in history crumbled to ash. Remnants of a scar-colored man, weeping in bias of filtered long since been cleaned. Ice and lights too bright now, so it seems. What a brave new world. They wonder why I don't write poems anymore. Ash-covered roses. I tell them I got too many thorns in my hands. Plucked from steams of my lifeline. Afraid to be more, bleeding on dry hospital steps. I've already shown my hand.
Come on.
Scars colored deep crimson ash, dripping stanzas on deaf ears, while words silhouette the skies. I bloom different. That's the end of my poem. These are great thoughts.
Alright, y'all, any questions for him? Yeah, we got a question right here, alright.
Wow, the youngest person in the room asking me a question. Wow.
What inspired you to think that?
You are a basketball player. I have to be strong. And I've moved from another city. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, in my strength, if I didn't journal, I would have given up. In my strength, if I didn't journal, I would have given up. You know, it's okay to be strong, and it's okay to have a journal with the craziest great thought, because they'll tell you, hey, it's black or it's white, you know, and sometimes you get to see all the gray areas of life. Don't lose your balance. Don't tell everybody your story, but journal. So that way you at least know your story. Are you picking up what I'm putting down? These great thoughts of mine, if I didn't write them down, I wouldn't know I needed therapy.
Those are all just regular thoughts?
Great thoughts. Great thoughts.
Hey, say
These
Young
are-
Blood for me.
Huh?
Say Young Blood when you finish up.
Say what?
Young Blood.
I can't speak ism because it's too black.
Who got better pizza, Chicago or New York?
Chicago got the best food in the world. Chicago got the best environment in the world. You know, Chicago is not Atlanta. You know what I'm saying? Chicago is not Atlanta because Atlanta is, you know.
You got like a real. I just want to make a comment.
Do audio books.
Yeah, he got a nice voice.
You got like a drink the Kool-Aid like voice, like you can make all
It's
of
very
us.
hypnotic.
He could be like, I need everybody to go on their pockets and pull out all of their money and put it right here for you. Don't all do it at once. Just very calm, very Bob Ross, the dude that do the painters. Very cool.
Funny as hell. And then here's history. Hey, have you ever had an argument with anybody? Hey, y'all. Like, dude, your voice is awesome, y'all. Like, I just want to put a question. Alright, so give me a round of applause. Hey, man, your voice is awesome. I want to pursue Sonya, Katrina. Like, what? I'll be knocked out in 3 minutes? I know.
Alright, everybody, put your hands together for Ari. Give it up for Ari.
I'm nervous, y'all.
Don't be.
Bro, you killed that shit last week.
Let's go, Harry.
I'm gonna come up with a Don't Be Nervous song.
Let's go, Harry.
I know how to do the mic.
Look, she adjusted her own mic.
Hey y'all, it's actually early. Like it's not early, but it's early. You feel me? You just that's what I'm talking about.
I know how to use my hands.
Let's go, Harry.
Okay. Okay. What you so starting to say? Breathe.
Let's go, Harry. Let's go, Harry from Ohio.
Okay. Alright. Y'all, I was just looking at the moon, and that's how I was just in my car, and I said I'm pull over and write. That's how this shit came. I pulled over in the parking lot. I looked at the moon. I said, "It's a full moon. I ain't meditated. Yeah. So, okay. Sometimes I lose clues to use things. Oh shit. Sorry, y'all. Sometimes I lose clues to you staring at the full moon, thinking about my Jasmine blues, playing these love jams, trying to become in tune with the you I thought I knew. Aggressive hugs and late night fucks, not knowing if you want to just hold me or make love, so you do both. Not knowing if you want to choke me or bend me over, so you hit it from behind in my throat you hold. Inconsistent texts, unread messages. Can we get it together? I don't want you to go, but you damn sure can't stay. I know it's not our season, but baby, it's cuddle weather again. I want to watch Love Jones and later you make me moan, but you won't answer my fucking phone. I hate the back and forth, but like a puppet, you got me on strings and you know how to use your fingers to make me say all the right things. Damn.
Turn on the fan.
Okay.
I got mine. Turn on the fan.
You selling what towels?
Okay. Disclaimer, I can be very raunchy. Okay, all right.
I feel like I'm the eyes where I should.
Okay. I don't want you to go, but you damn sure can't stay. I know it's not our season, but baby, it's cuddle weather again. I want to watch Love Jones and later you make me moan, but you just won't pick up my damn phone. I hate the back and forth, but like a puppet, you have me on strings, using your fingers to make me say all the right things. Let me go, please. Like Bambi, you got me weak at the knees, ready to give you the keys, unlocking doors to me many have never even seen. I see myself dazed in the reflection of your glasses. I drift off into space as time passes, wishing this was our last kiss. But the scent of your cologne I miss, bliss, perfect happiness. Hard times make me reminisce. I never had love like this. It feels so bad, but you make me feel so fucking good. So bold, I will crip walk in a blood neighborhood. Yes, it's just that fucking good. Shit for you, I wish a bitch would. But a nigga like you, she probably fucking could. You missed it. Okay.
Go ahead,
line back? What the hell was that ass? Shit. I'm gonna go back into, okay. I see myself dazed in the reflection of your glasses. I drift off into space as time passes, wishing this was our last kiss. But the scent of your cologne I miss, bliss, perfect happiness. Hard times make me reminisce. I never had love like this. It feels so bad, but you make me feel so fucking good. So bold, I would crip walk in the blood neighborhood. Yes, it's just that fucking good. Shit for you, I wish a bitch would. But a nigga like you, she probably could. Why waste my time and play with my mind? Maybe because you arch my spine. I always play rewind. My favorite scene is when you're in between. Some can't understand these kind of things. I'm the beauty to your beast, trying to control the monster inside. In the beginning, you chose to hide. I'm a lover, baby. No need to hide your pride. Let me make love to your mind and blow you back till I'm high on cloud 9. You make me smile from inside. The car just got started. Let's go for one more ride. I'm just not ready to say goodbye.
Alright, y'all, we got time for 2 questions. Go ahead.
You still in that relationship, ain't you?
See, I say it's a breakup. You know when you break, I say this, y'all. You know when you break with somebody, y'all together, y'all not together. The sex still be good. You love them, but you don't love them. And it's not that y'all not meant for each other. It's just, healing needs to be done. So no, I'm not in that situation, but I definitely daydream about it. It was definitely fun.
Did you have a question on your back? Did you have a question, Sonya?
Yes, and I was so wrapped up in you answering that question, I kind of forgot my question. But anyways, I feel you, and it's so fucking crazy because I was just talking to her in the stairwell, and I was saying how I've been coming here for a year, and I've never walked up somewhere and met somebody at the intersection like that, coming into the door at the same time. And I'm on what you on. I feel where you're coming from. Because
I say it's a feeling that some can't understand.
I'm on demon time.
I'm in heat.
Alright, y'all, give a round of applause, y'all. Alright, y'all, so we got about 2 or 3 more readers, so we're gonna go ahead and get into this topic of conversation real quick, and then we're gonna end with them 2 or 3 readers. So the topic of conversation was free speech. So it's been a lot going on as far as with Kanye, who else? Irving. Yeah, right. Who else? Nick Cannon. Who else? A whole bunch of everybody. So I mean, everybody got their way they feel. I mean, I feel like you got your extreme measures, all right, dude, that's just nuts. You know what I'm saying? Different racist outlooks is crazy. But then you got your way people feel biblically. And I don't really feel like it's kind of on the same level on things, but they try to make things on the same level as disrespect. And some things just not on the same level as disrespect. But you know how things go. Like one group complain, everybody get a chance to have to complain. But everything ain't usually on the same level. But I just feel like if you're not being malicious, then me personally, I'm the type that I'm gonna read you first. I'm gonna see how many times you do it, how many times you don't pick up on my cues, to let you know you're doing too much or whatever the message is. And then at that point, I'm gonna figure out what your mannerisms is, what you take to, how you gonna listen to me. You know what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, I'm gonna tell you what I want to tell you. Right. You know what I'm saying? It's just I'm just figuring out how I'm gonna tell you. But just know it might not be today. It might not be tomorrow, you know what I'm saying? But it's coming. It's coming. And you know what I'm saying? Because I gotta make sure that you're not feeling like I'm attacking you, because I need you to listen. You know what I'm saying?
Figuring out that approach.
Right, exactly.
I feel like people know what the fuck they be doing. I feel like people know exactly what they doing. They know exactly what they doing, and if I didn't say it before, I'm gonna say it again. They know exactly what they doing. So I feel like you have a choice. It's either you gonna ignore it or you gonna address it. And sometimes we don't want to address it. Sometimes we want to have fun with it. Like, you trying to make me feel some type of way. What she said, I'm gonna make you feel some type of way. So.
She's giving them too. She's giving
So do you feel like you had the chance to say what you want to say? Like, do you feel like you got to water down what you say? Because
No, and I feel like today was perfect for me not watering down what I had to say. I felt some type of way and I addressed it. And it felt very good because it's like, why am I sitting here feeling some type of way? What's your problem?
So has it been any time in your life that you really wanted to say something, but because of where you was at, your work job, however you saw you,
Oh, yes,
that you was just like, damn, you know what I'm saying? Like, I can't say this. I want to say this. It's probably right that I say this.
And I always regret not saying it, so why not say it?
Yeah.
I can totally identify with that. It was at my mother's funeral. I want to be the Sandman.
Okay.
And Sandman some old bitches. Right. They were my aunt's friends. And me and my aunt had this discussion. Your old friends are not to talk about my mom. They didn't know my mom. They're part of your social club. That was my mom's thing. Me and you had this discussion. So when her old friends got up to the podium, we sat in the same row. And I mean mugged her. And I almost went down there and knocked her wig off. But because both of my bosses were there, I couldn't act out of character. Because I wanted to. But I could not.
You had to stay in.
Because it was my money.
Does it make you feel like you're not free because you can't say what you gotta say because of your money?
Well, I eventually said what I needed to say. I eventually got it off my chest to the people that I needed to get it off to. But there's a time and a place for everything.
Exactly.
And that's where maturity kicks in. See, the 20-year-old Sonia would have been just let it rip like the Tasmanian devil. But thank God for growth.
Amen. Amen. Salute.
Let her wig rest.
I feel like sometimes I feel like my freedom of speech is hindered. It's kind of weird because like I ain't even a real big fan of freedom of speech because I think some people talk too much.
Yeah.
And I talk a lot. I'm a podcast and talk radio guy. So some people like they just I wish they shut the fuck up.
Yeah, real talk.
But no, so I feel like people's triggers stifle my speech. I'm blunt, and I guess a lot of stuff I say has some shock value. But I be feeling like I need to get it out that way just to say what I need to say so I can clarify. But people's trigger points stop me mid-conversation. They'll literally, like if I write something, they commonly stop at the first 6 words. And only respond to that shit. I'm like, you didn't see the rest of the shit? Like I intentionally wrote this a certain way so you can hear what I'm trying to say, hear my explanation. You know what I'm saying? Like cognitive dissonance and fucking violence. Dissonance. You know what I'm saying? Like, there's no critical thinking. It's not as much as I like, I guess, critical thinking wise. And even though people think I don't have a filter, I filter that shit. Ask this video of my girlfriend, they're my filters. I run that shit through them first before I say what I need to say. You know what I mean? And I don't know, man. I don't know if I got a problem with something. That shit is weird.
It be tripped out because certain things that I filtered and I kind of like, polished it up a little bit. Somebody be like, damn, man, that shit's so blunt. You have to put it like that. Like, damn, man, I broke that shit down. You know what I'm saying? I thought it was deliverable.
Yeah. I was very clear.
It made it palatable, as they say, or whatnot. But one thing I ain't gonna stunt. What I do see happening as the same thing we saw with COVID started, and it was about, okay, everybody tried a shot, and then when people start posting their responses to it, you know what I'm saying? Like when everybody start posting their responses and shit, it's like, oh no, we don't want you to post nothing bad, I want you to say nothing bad. So people lost freedom of speech, even in a trial and error situation where they couldn't even post nothing about, hey man, look, this shit got my ear upside down. You can't even tell the motherfucker nothing. You know what I'm saying? So now you see the same thing when it comes to those who in power losing their power. And you don't want these giants, because I always looked at basketball players and football players like those are your giants. Those are dudes from the high school who was, Yeah, I ain't gonna say they was the bully of the hood, but he was straight. They was in sports, so they was good. They was good with the thugs. Who P say? Yeah, your P say no. You know what I'm saying? He hooping, so he straight. But so you got the basketball players. They the giants. They the giants of your time. So what they did was put a price on them. We got your giants on contract. They got to stay away from social and economical issues and things like that. So they really can't get involved. But this is who will be fighting for you.
Exactly.
These big motherfuckers just bop somebody on top of their head. Like, you got guns, they got guns. It's like you can't. It's no match. But the giants are all on a contract. I'm talking about football players, basketball players, baseball, whatever. These are all of the super athletic. You know.
So you think they turned our giants into athletes, so to speak, to control them?
They were athletic. That's the thing. They already athletic. Is now you belong to this sport. Your life is this.
So they want to control their athletics, so they don't use it for what it's supposed to be for.
Yeah, that's because these.
It's all to capture your voice.
Yeah. So it's your voice. But like I said, if you had to look at it like Shaq is a leader. You know what I'm saying? Like these big dudes, Dwight Howard. You know what I'm saying? These are some big dudes, and they great guys.
You heard of Brother Polite?
Yeah.
He had this presentation he did where part of the presentation was he showed all the athletes doing what the crazy shit the athletes do, and he called it Return of the Gods. And I fucking felt that because I really feel like that's what that is.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Our sages, our athletes.
Man, hey bro,
these are the gods. These are really the gods. The real Elohim. Our sages.
Go ahead.
I'm gonna just kind of tie all of that into one beautiful. Some of y'all may have, some of y'all may haven't, but it reminds me of that scene in The Little Mermaid where Ariel wants something bad as fuck, right? She don't want to be nothing more than to be human, and she goes to Ursula, the sea queen or the witch or whatever, and she has to sign a contract in order to get legs, cause she wanted this man so bad. She saw this man, and it was over after that. I want this man. I want to be human. So to exchange on that contract, she got her legs, but she lost her voice. And then if she forfeits the contract, she turns into a slug.
That's real talk.
And she was trying to talk
real talk.
So
think about that shit. That's literally, they put that in a story for Disney. How many of our kids have watched Disney movies?
That's how it is with a lot of shit.
Hey guys, real quick, right? So this is a 17-year-old kid who's a basketball player. You know what I'm saying, in this room, and you know, it's best not to project all of our emotions and opinions so brightly. You know what I'm saying? Without being cautious, right?
Yeah, so to cut you short, brother, everybody, it doesn't matter if you 75, 15, 17, like, his mom is full aware of the concepts of people free speech and free mind that come in this room. And I'm pretty much sure she has 15 years of parenting, so I'm sure whatever teacher she has anything stronger than what the worst is hearing. But by this time, I'm sure he's been outside, he got friends, he got school, he got social media, he got Instagram, he got Facebook. So any kind of decisions that he would make in his life would have been made already. So it's nothing. So I don't really feel nobody's opinions, which all that is, and the outlook of what it is. And honestly, this conversation should be good for them to understand the mature conversations that adults have and how we handle each other's thought process and the decisions and the opinions and the outlooks, and know how to deal with it regardless if you agree with it or not. As long as you're friends after the conversation, it's just a conversation. That's all it is.
Was that a poem?
You know, so.
Your favorite artist, NBA Youngboy.
Philosophical
T-shirt.
We love that.
I feel, you know what I'm saying? I got a son, he 11. He old 11. Like, he go to sleep before I go to sleep.
Like his favorite artist, NBA Youngboy though. So we gotta catch up. We gotta catch up in this room. You know what I'm saying?
The reason why I brought it up is because today we are seeing examples like Kyrie and LeBron, our superstars, our heroes, and how they're responding. You know, and you know, on one hand, you don't have many leaders that are standing up for your voice. So God bless Kyrie. You know what I'm saying? And
But
you don't
they
have
don't,
you
because
don't
they
have
get
many.
killed.
You don't have many.
What?
Say that again.
They don't stand up because they're scared of being killed.
Absolutely.
And then they get money and they scared of getting killed and losing their
You
money.
have LeBron, who endorsements love him. You know what I'm saying? Because he will big up anybody that he's asked a question about in public news. It's one thing I asked Chairman Fred Hampton Jr. I asked him, what's the difference between a father and a chairman? He said, what's for the household may not always be for the community, but what's for the community will always be for the household.
Ooh, yeah.
Okay.
When we
I'm just saying what everybody's
I asked him that. The reason why, just to add more context, the reason why I asked him that because I come from a background where my father is a community man. But what's the difference between a community man and a father? You know what I'm saying? You might miss out on your father sometimes because you have to be a community man. You know what I'm saying? Now, growing up, God's willing, you're blessed to see the fruits of that labor. You know what I'm saying? It's best to serve community development because the economics that comes with being able to own your voice, you know what I'm saying? The most powerful thing they will say is your pen. But after your pen is your tongue. You know what I'm saying? And the words that people hear off your you gotta be mindful even if you are free. You know what I'm saying? Because, in a world where it's liberal, they're mad that you're trying to be conservative.
Y'all need to come on our show and hash this out.
Just one quick comment, real fast. I was just sitting here and I was thinking about free speech, right? But if we really thought we were free, would we really be talking like we talk? Would we really be saying what we say?
No.
Or would we be really speaking in a more elevated way?
What you mean?
More purposeful. Like sometimes we feel like free speech is like, it could be like taking it negative. Like, okay, I want to tear somebody down. I want to tell them how I feel because that's my freedom to do that. But if we really felt like we were free, like really free people, free, liberated in our thoughts, in our minds, truly living in our purpose, will we really be speaking that way?
I don't think we would. I think we would be speaking elevation to each other. Because we would recognize that there's more space there's enough space for everybody to elevate.
And then if we knew how free we really were, we'd take the liberty to liberate other people.
Other people, exactly.
I feel that.
I was just gonna say, and that's why I feel like that's why they try to censor us. That because they know if we talk, because back in the day, people got together and they spread knowledge among their people. You know what I'm saying? Nowadays, we get together and we play cards and talk shit. You know what I'm saying? Or somebody got something right to say, we're like, all right, okay, whatever. What's the game? You know what I'm saying?
Oh no.
And then because while speaking freely of what you know, sometimes causes people to do some type of other research. You know what I'm saying? Whether you're right or wrong, but you hear multiple people saying the same thing. Then they gotta be right. That's why they're so quick to want to erase history from schools because they know that we're smart now. We're getting smarter. A lot of us are making a lot more money than other folks. You know what I'm saying? There's so many other situations.
Penflow being a safe space.
Appreciate it. Appreciate y'all.
Could you ever know how free you are? Like, I don't know. I'm trying to imagine how that would look or feel Like if I knew how free
I
I
think if you a
was.
citizen, you never gonna know how I feel to be
Okay,
free.
well, since we got freedom of speech, I'm gonna start talking because I've been having my hand raised.
Speaking of shit, sunrise.
You know, call
Set.
numbers.
I
was just
sunrise.
I was
Sunset.
just speak freely over everybody since everybody's speaking freely over me. And I'm gonna just start saying that in my poem, I did have a line that said, I feel as though black people are brainwashed about what they think is freedom.
Yeah, you touched
And I feel like that came from an innate sense of as I was writing the poem, and it's like I feel that black people don't hold themselves we don't hold ourselves accountable enough for the way we. I said in another poem when I said that I feel we don't attack each other by the shit that we do, but it's also the shit that we say. The tongue, and he's right. The tongue is a very powerful thing. So if you're talking that, even if you don't think someone knows it, or even if you think you're the only one that sees it, the universe is giving your brethren the karma that you're wrapping him around with the shit that you're trying to bring his way.
There's that, yeah.
You're bringing danger my way, so it's coming back to you. Now it's hitting your kids, now it's hitting your money, now it's hitting your pockets. You know what I'm saying? We killing ourselves. I hate when they say we killing each other. We're killing ourselves.
Yes.
We're killing ourselves. It's not about the next. When you make it about the next person, you automatically care less. You automatically be like, that ain't got shit to do with me.
You better rise, girl.
Fuck him. Fuck that nigga. Get that money. Fuck that bitch. Get this paper. Fuck the kids. And the kids be like, fuck y'all. Like,
Alright, y'all, we're gonna go ahead and get back into the performance, but I think that was definitely a good conversation, definitely something we can get back to. Yeah. Alright, well, alright, y'all. I want y'all to put y'all hands together. Put Darren, y'all. Darren.
Who gonna do the lights down?
I got it. Yeah, man. Damn.
Who like?
What the hell you talking about? Alright, I called this one Masking and Patchwork.
Maskings
and patchwork.
Yeah.
So I got two small ones I did because I was kind of all over the place too. Since it's like ain't no topic, so alright. Slaves was freed, then noosed in jail for everything. Mass incarceration did collateral damage. I got my popcorn ready for Black History Month 2023. Slave lubrication, publications that ain't got our best interests and interests. They hit Michael Jackson.
Snap hard.
Start over there.
Alright, so here we go. Alright, so patchwork. Slaves was freed, then noosed and jailed for everything. Mass incarceration did collateral damage. I got my popcorn ready for Black History Month 2023. Slave lubrication, publications that ain't got our best interests and interests. They hit Michael Jackson with the sleeping pill. They got Prince next. Never forget KK, King, Kaepernick, Kanye, Kyrie. Too much for a fro and a light skin to bear.
First of all, go ahead.
We burned the blue light. We burned the blue light.
I couldn't hear you.
So check it out. I did have some wordplay I left out in one of these lines. So look, slave lubrication, publications that ain't got our best interests and interests. They hit Michael Jackson with the sleeping pill. They got Prince next. Never forget KK, King, Kaepernick, Kanye, Kyrie. Too much for a fro and a light skin to bear the bullshit. NBA.
Nothing but athletes needing better aim.
Yeah. What else?
The owner's been hello. So the owner's actually been nonchalant about anti-Semitism. So that's NBA again. Nonchalant about anti-Semitism. We doing Friendsgiving because y'all trapped the world and turned it into a prison. Yeah, we doing Friendsgiving because y'all trapped the world and turned it into a prison.
That's right.
I know little mama wanna ride her Benz and floss, but she can't make eye contact and gotta keep her head on a swivel. The pressure of having a pussy in a mirror, KKKK. Why any Halloween murder visuals when it's a bomb in nation for bloodshed? JFK was shot in the head in his drop top. I've been in my convertible thinking under the scope. Niggas went from I can't breathe to a apologies tour in sync. Switch my algorithms to where I won't see any fights. This how the outsiders want you shown to the world. Where does the gentrification line start to glow?
Come on.
And you see who pushed you to Pusha T Coke remixes, junkies on 47th in Michigan. Whoever owned Black and Miles, rich. The ghetto's pacifier. Here go my other one. Real quick. Here go my other one real quick. Here go my other one real quick. This one real quick. Here it go. Watching my twins grow, that's my love. Finding my roots. Keeping a trooper mindset. Be safe is a common farewell. We been blessed. We ain't losing sleep even after the clock is turned back. Applying what I earn until I'm cremated and in the urn. Ashes under an oak tree. My sentence is on a sunrise, sunset. Thunder thighs are on my list of an everyday Christmas. Natural lip liner, eyes sparkle like garland. New Orleans is calling us. Ancestors got herbs for our body. The breathing techniques gonna help us with any other stress. We made a blueprint for our kids since wealth finally came. Bold in such glory. That's it. Yeah. That's that Penflow right there. Yeah. Hey, just one phrase. Yeah. I'll take Lady Mary.
Okay, so look, I feel like
Yes,
you
ma'am.
need to just do free write. You were very comfortable tonight. Did you have fun writing?
No, I was nervous. Cause like where to go, and I'm like, man, I ain't want to be all angry. I ain't gonna stunt because it's like it's so funny. Like we have built everything. We know that like we really are everything, and we see people exploiting us. And you see like hyper exploitation, whether it's Hollywood, music, everything. It's like, come on, y'all. Like dudes still dribbling around for y'all. Y'all, they've been raping the kids as far as all the money that high schools make off sports, and the kids ain't getting nothing. Colleges make all this money. We make all this money for everybody else. Now, come on, man. Like stop it. How you gonna keep on pushing us, oppressing us? You know. They took Soul Train, man. Come on, we just want to dance and have fun, man. Like, I was thinking today, like, what's Soul Train at, man? Yep. What's up, man?
Man, bro, you gotta run that NBA run back.
I need more NBA acronyms.
Dude, that whole NBA joint.
Yeah, the room got a little lost with the NBA. They didn't understand what was happening.
No, I'm talking about that little run you did with the. You played off the NBA.
Nothing but athletes.
Yeah.
No black people.
Yeah, no blacks allowed. Nothing but athletes, you know what I'm saying? Nonchalant about, you know what I'm saying?
That shit was dumb, dog.
Yeah. So, yes, ma'am.
I appreciate the shout out, first of all. I was blushing the whole time because I'm just like, everything we've like been talking about just circulating throughout the space. Everything just fit tonight. And I just hope and pray that everything continues to just fit because I cannot take disruption in my spirit, in my space, in my aura, in my bubble. Bitch, get out my bubble. I'm appreciative of the safe spaces.
Absolutely.
Yes, what's up?
My question is like, my favorite part when you pointed out the 4 kids, that was a lot of fun. Like, what made you write that?
Yeah.
I understand the 4 kids too because you know, and the 4.
Yeah.
Like, what made you like think of that?
Yeah, it's just an irony. So it's like if we catch an irony as artists, you want to use it. So because it be so many nice lines going on, but like it's like what an irony with that. So it's something strong with that. Or it was just a sound. Like we spell it, you see it. That's one thing. But I guess that sound, cause Christ. Look at the magnitude of that. How much is behind Christ, and then even a christening with a child. However, you know. So, but it's just an irony, you know, with them K's though. And then you got Farrakhan. I was gonna put it in there too, but it's just crazy. Yeah.
They took Farrakhan off Facebook a long time ago.
Yeah, but like I said, this to me, like this is the great awakening. We getting our music back, cause I've been bitter for over 10 years. I've been bitter because they took like dancing away, and it went from like I came up, you know, so like my parents and all of them, they had dance music, but my generation was Timbaland, Neptunes, Heavy D,
You know what I'm saying?
all dance music, you know what I'm saying, Busta Rhymes, like everybody was trying to get a party hit when I was growing up, and before that it was funk and all that. So it's like now everything went to Mean Mug and you know what I'm saying, just bop music, like just you know what I'm saying, just you know. So it's like
Being idle.
yeah, well that part too, you know. So it's like I feel like it's our job to bring back the great vibes and bring back, you know, like just set the tone right, you know. That's all. So but So thank y'all.
So give me a round of applause, y'all. Who we got next? Look like we had BB up next.
Yeah. Correcto Mundo. Everybody put your hands together for Brandy.
Let's go.
Oh, look at y'all getting everybody height in order and stuff. I'm okay. I'm good.
I'm up now.
I'm okay.
That's about right.
It was, but I'm up now. I gotta do something to it.
3 centimeters.
You gotta do something. You already up.
Hey, one time you get to your 30s, you like, no, I'm up now.
Y'all, do you think we in a silo right now? You know what a silo is? So silos are basically like small groups where we like meet and talk about secret shit.
Yes. This is a pod.
So like a secret kind of meeting of the minds in a way. They have them a lot in corporate America. I learned that term silo from one of my last few bosses I had. He's a nice dude. His motto was fair, firm, and fun. Okay.
Fair, firm, and fun.
Yeah, so I thought that was dope. So I just thought about that. It was random, but I feel like we're in a silo because the theme is very similar, and you'll see why. I had a talk with a stranger today from Canada who knew nothing about the States. He asked, is it as bad as they say it is? I told him we were trained to fear the police as kids. Don't talk back. Certainly don't look them in the eye. If you make those grave mistakes, you just might die. During COVID was when we got to see the real about how the racism we struggle with and how we deal. Good times and bad, happy and sad, one step forward, 2 steps back is what keeps black people mad. Others think that that's just how we are. But when you witness a brother on the ground grasping for air with a man's knee on his neck, gasping, I can't breathe, I don't know. It has always been so dehumanizing, so desensitizing. Can I get an amen? Wait, nope. That's what got us here in the first place.
Come on.
God and all, we small and all, white boys tall and all. I like that I'm small and all. But being a black woman in America makes us feel sometimes so small. I don't know, you define me. 'Cause you already have.
said goodbye to this visitor who wanted my point of view. Saying to myself, don't try to figure the states out, just try to figure out you, motherfucker.
Alright, y'all, any questions for me? Questions for me?
Nope.
That motherfucking part was definitely freedom of speech part, huh?
All
Alright, y'all, give me a round of applause, y'all.
Thank you. Everybody put your hands together for my co-host, Jovan. My co-host and your co-host. Yeah.
I didn't know it was interesting trying to figure out where I was going with this. I don't feel like I got a chance to get too elaborate. But let's see. I would love to send out a personal invitation to strangers. And to everybody that I love. To everybody that I came across and everybody that I shunned. There is quickness in my forgiveness when I see that effort has begun. While I pray to stay out of hurt, harm, and danger, and keep my ears open to what God says, what he sees or she sees, it don't matter to me, while I ask for victory. Man, no matter if there are those that don't understand the path that I've been pacing around, they say, what is for you will always come back around. Oh, let me do this piece. Hold on a second. You know what I'm saying? Look, it's been like 2 hours since I've written this thing. Hold on. All right.
Take your time.
I got it. Let me see. I would love to send out a personal invitation to strangers and to everybody that I love, to everybody that I came across and everybody that I shunned. There is quickness in my forgiveness when I see the effort has begun, while I pray to stay out of hurt, harm, and danger and keep my ear open to what God says, what he sees or she sees. It don't matter to me, while I ask for victory. No matter if there are those that don't understand the path that I've been pacing around, they say what is for you will always come back around. Your background don't matter as long as you mean what you say. Don't even back down. Just pray that my peace grows and it spreads like the sprays like the gray in my beard. Wisdom on sight. The angles be killing them from just watching, taking notes, taking fire for the team. Riding the waves, laying the blueprint out. They say that you the best, you need to rest, you've been working hard. I don't want to starve. I don't want to be on the last leg when it's time for my retirement, especially when I want to be early bloomer to something I have control of. That's all that.